everyone, 𝐑𝐄𝐂𝐎𝑑𝐃 here. So excited. It's 𝐑𝐄𝐂𝐑𝐃 Show episode number 183. The much anticipated December stats are in, and as usual, I got your numbers and your stats. Let's get right into it. So back in November 2021 in Toronto, we had just over 3,500 sales against just over 3,300 active listings. And in December, what happened? We had just over 2,300 sales against just over 1,800 active listings. So we saw a significant drop in the month of December in terms of active listings in Toronto. And this is to be expected as we get into the holiday season. Well, in York Region, what happened? Back in November 2021, we had just over 1,500 sales against just over 1,100 active listings. Fast forward into December 2021, we had just over 1,000 sales against just over 600 active listings. So almost 50% less listings from November into December for York Region. Now, months of inventory, what happened there? So in Toronto, November 2021, we were hovering around 0.9 months of inventory. And into December, we had just over 0.8 months of inventory. You know this, in a balanced market, we were hovering around 4 to 5 months of inventory in Toronto and the GTA. Well, in York Region, what happened? Back in November 2021, we were hovering around 0.7 months of inventory. And if I put this into perspective, this really equates to about 3 weeks of inventory across all housing types in York Region. And in December, 0.6 months of inventory. So still very much a strong seller's market due to a lack of inventory. Now, the average sales price month over month, I'm going to share this with you, but please take this with a grain of salt, because to get a real clear picture in terms of what real estate does, we always want to take a look at what's happened over the course of a year. So that average property in November in Toronto 2021 was trading around $1.096 million. Fast forward into December 2021, dropped slightly to just $1.023 million. And before you think, oh my goodness, the prices are dropping, that's not the case at all. This decrease in the average price of a property in Toronto was fueled very much by a particular price point. So it's not necessarily that home prices are dropping, it's just a lower price point is what fueled most of the sales, which obviously is going to bring down the average in totality. York Region, what happened? November 2021, an average property in York Region was trading on $1.39 million. Fast forward to December, was now trading on $1.425 million. And don't forget, these are macro numbers that I'm giving you for York Region and Toronto. Within these big markets, there are many incredible micro markets that can have very different numbers and sales points. Now, average sales price year over year. That average property in Toronto back in December 2020 was trading around $894,000. Again, encompassing all housing types: detached, semi-detached, townhomes, condos, co-ops, condo townhomes, etc. Fast forward to December 2021, is trading now, like I shared with you, $1.023 million, which is about a 14.4% increase year over year. Well, in York Region, what happened? That average property in York Region back in December 2020 was trading on $1.085 million. And like I shared with you now, is just trading just over $1.425 million, which equates to a 31.3% increase for an average property in York Region year over year. Another thing that I want to share with you is that TREB recorded a record high 121,727 sales reported by TREB through the MLS system. This is up about 7.7% from the previous record high, which was set back in 2016, which was 113,040 sales. And this is also up 28% against 2020's record numbers as well. Record demand last year was up against constrained supply of listings, with new listings up by around 6.2%, which is a lesser annual rate than sales. The result was extremely tight market conditions and an all-time high average selling price of just under $1.1 million across all of TREB, which is about an increase of around 17.8% compared to the previous 2020 record, which was just over $929,000. Now, one of the things is to pay attention to the sales trend that stood out in 2021 compared to 2020 was the resurgence in demand for homes within the city of Toronto. Overall sales in the 416 area code were up by substantially a greater annual rate, which equated to about 36.8% compared to sales growth for the surrounding GTA suburbs, which was up around 23.6%. And the main driver for this was the condominium sector. Anyways, if you have any questions about any of the stats or information that I shared with you today, please feel free to give me a call, send me a text, shoot me over a DM or an email. As always, be great, be kind, everyone. Take care.